Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. We are here at Misty Mountain Tree Farm giving you a full body yoga class. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. My name is Alexis. Welcome to your workout. We are going to start in a quick warm up and then we'll move through our yoga flow. Starting on a hands and knees position, tabletop. Stack wrists with shoulders, knees with hips. We're going to go ahead and push our hips back to our heels. Come all the way down, stretching the spine. Inhale up, all the way back to tabletop. Do that once again. Stretching all the way back, hips to heels, coming all the way down, length into the body, and then coming back to the starting position. All right, so welcome to your workout. We are celebrating the holidays here at Misty Mountain Tree Farm with this beautiful vintage red truck behind me. Really getting into the spirit. Let's incorporate a cat-cow. So we're gonna come all the way back up to our tabletop position. Gonna tuck your chin to your chest, and then bring everything back. So really articulating the spine. Once you've reached your hips to heels, you're gonna go ahead and pull the belly down, gaze comes forward, and come back up. All right, let's do that a little faster. So curl the spine back, and then float back up. Incorporating breath, inhale back, exhale up. Waking up the body, moving circulation, moving blood, and getting everything ready to go. The stress of the holidays is real, right? So we want to make sure we take care of ourselves during the holidays. We come back to the mat and we take time for ourselves. Let's do one more. Curl all the way back. Sit all the way back into your child's pose, please. We're going to go ahead and take the knees nice and wide. So open the knees nice and wide. Big toes are going to touch. And as you do, you're going to go ahead and fold yourself down to the mat. Palms facing down, spread the fingertips wide and melt the body down. Take a second for yourself here. Pushing and pressing the hips back, opening the lower back. And then go ahead and drop the right arm as much as you can to the mat. Look underneath the left armpit. And then switch it to the other side, back and forth. So are you getting ready for the holidays? You have the holiday music on? Put some holiday music on while you're working out with me. Really get in the spirit. All the parties that you're going to be attending, make sure you take care of yourself, right? Number one. All right, one more each side. All right, let's get into our flow. We're going to float everything back into tabletop position. Meet me there. All right, let's get into our flow. We're going to curl our toes. We're going to go ahead and press up into our hands and then take your shins and knees off the mat. Everything comes up into a pike position and then bend both knees nice and gentle to the body. Make sure the fingers are nice and spread. And we're going to take pressure into all four corners of your palms. You're now in your downward facing dog. Go ahead and press the heels one at a time, bending the knee and straightening the other leg, and pedal the feet back and forth into your downward facing dog. Anytime you need a break, please come down to your knees. You can come into child's pose just like we started. We're really focusing on the full body here, but we're moving through these moves slowly with control, just to try to take a little bit of that holiday stress and melt it away, and then come back to what's really important this time of year, really being grateful for our health, our family, our friends that are here with us. All right, go ahead and take both heels, drive them down. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead into a plank position. So float yourself into plank. And from there, go ahead and push everything forward. And we're going to sink down to the mat. Elbows are tucking back. Once you've reached your belly and melted everything to the mat, uncurl your toes and a baby cobra. So go ahead and press the elbows back. And then chest comes up just about 3 to 5 inches. And then drop and melt the forehead to the mat. Push and press. Once again, keep going back and forth. And we can go into King Cobra, so straighten those arms if you wish. And then really length through the spine, curl the spine down, elbows shoot back, belly comes down. If you want to bring it to up dog, thighs up off the mat, gaze comes up, curl down. Back and forth, picking your option. Got a little cramp in my foot. Here we go. Last one, all the way up. All right, go ahead and take your toes, curl them, lift your hips, come into downward facing dog. Pedal the feet back and forth. Go ahead and take the right knee all the way to the chest and then drive it through so it's planted. Leg is coming down in the back. We're in a low lunge, but let's transfer this foot all the way to the outside of the mat for lizard. We're going to get into those hips. In lizard, everything is nice and long, and then we're going to press the knee out and plant and ground that hand, okay? So the tendency is kind of like fingertip it, ground and plant the hand, keep the joint nice and safe. Open everything up. The blade of the foot, let it lift. Yeah? Okay, good. All right, let's go. Go ahead and take it out and then slowly bring it in. Back and forth. Feels great. Last one. Good, yes. Open the hips. Good. Drop the foot. Heel toe your foot in so you're in a low lunge. Frame the leg. Go ahead and bring the hands up. Crescent pose. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, palms facing one another. Flare the fingers, open the chest. Good. Take the hands behind the back, interlace at the hips, open the chest. Beautiful reset for the posture. Feels good. Drive that hip flexor down. Feels so good to get a nice release in that hip flexor. All right, go ahead and take your hands to the side. We're going to shift the hips back for a half split. So we're going to bring the toe up, ground the heel, sit nice and high. So the tendency is want to just drop the hip. We want to keep everything elevated. Beautiful posture, very good. I got one of these spiky things on my sock. There we go. All right, let's float between the two of low lunge and half split. So we're going to press and push into low lunge. Make sure everything's stacked, and then press back. Let's add a pulse here. So 2 pulses, and send the hips back. Once again, back, pulse, pulse. Push and press. Gorgeous, yes. Let the stress of the holiday melt away. It's supposed to be a joyous time. That's what we need, right? Bring in all of the good vibes. That's what yoga does for us. But it's important to make sure you make time for yourself. This is going to be your last one. Meet me at half split. From here, we're going into a side reach, and then we're going to transfer to the other side. So sit up nice and tall. You're going to reach to the back. Hand drops. Reach to the other side. Yes. If you like to incorporate the spine into this, you can go ahead and cat in between. So you can tuck and cat, release, and then twist. It's a fun little combo. Little combo meal. Beautiful release from the body. Last one. All right, drop into your low lunge. Go ahead and plant. Meet me in downward facing dog. Curl that back toe. Send into plank. Push to downward facing dog. Immediately right into your pedaling of the feet. So pedal the feet back and forth. Push and press. Oh, feels great. All right, let's get to the other side. Plant both heels down. Really take this time to stretch everything out before you bring that left leg through. Back knee drops to the mat. Let's get into our low lunge first. Sink the hips down, and then we're going to take it to the lizard. Boom, boom, outside of the mat. Lizard. All right, so bring that foot to the outside of the mat. Sit up nice and tall. Remember, ground into the hand. Place the hand flat. Go ahead and push and press. If your hand is not going flat, I want you to kind of move it up to the hip. Hip flexor here, so hold on to the hip, and then slow and controlled. Moving the knee out just a tiny bit. Otherwise, come down, ground everything, and try to get the blade of the foot off the mat. Yes! I know you could do it. You got it. Look great. Make this your last one before we come into low lunge. All right. Let's transfer everything in. Go ahead and sit on up. Tuck the hips. Once again, inhale all the way up, sweep up to crescent, palms facing one another. Once you've reached your limit and max, and you're going to go ahead and drop the shoulders away from the ears, open the chest. Oh, hello, little bird. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you guys. Yeah, I hope you're having such a good holiday season. Thanks for being here. Make sure you click that like button. Bring the hands behind the back. Interlace. Yeah, let me know what you want for Christmas. What are you asking for? Right? Are we asking for a Corvette? A red Corvette? Some diamonds? I don't know. What are you asking for this year? Back and forth if you wish. Otherwise, you could take it and open. Incorporating the breath. Sink into it. All right, come down to your low lunge. Everything is going to transfer back to your half split. So ground first, send the hips back, shoot the toe all the way up, ground into the heel. So think about opposition. You're sending this hip back, you're grounding into the heel, and you're pushing and pressing, right? You can feel that. So think about somebody just dragging your leg back. They're dragging you by your hip, so pull back. Perfect. Being active in our movements. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to floss out the body. So we're going to go bring forward into lunge and then floss back. Just like you're flossing your teeth, we're going to floss out those hips. Keep them clean. Let's add the pulse. 2 pulses and press and push. Yeah. And all the air comes out. Ah, gorgeous. It feels so good to get on the mat, stretch the body, release any tension that you're holding. And sometimes you could just be mad at a totally crazy situation and you're like, what's going on with my life? Find yourself a little space of the day in the day to make it happen. Get to the mat, hold it back to your half split, and it just changes everything. Push and press here. Chest is open. Ground the hands. Open everything up. Send that leg back. Yeah? I know you know. Feels so good. We're going to add in those reaches. You can do the cat here immediately. So hands down and then open and then cat in between. Nice release. All of that tension behind the shoulder blades, that's where it hides. You wake up in the morning and you feel those knots in between your shoulder blades. Really pressing into the fingertips to push the whole spine back as much as you can, tucking the chin of the chest to really articulate. Just think about someone kind of punching you in the stomach and the whole spine pushes back. Let's do one more each side. I could stay here all day. Feels so good. Last one. Good. All right, we're going to go ahead and bend into the knee. You're going to plant into your instep, and we're going to meet into a tabletop position. So go ahead and meet into tabletop. And then you're going to just send your hips back to your heels and sit into, oh, I got a little spiky thing that's poking me. That's what happens when you're at the farm. You can sit into crisscross applesauce, or you can sit on your knees, or you can bring your feet in front of you and plant your feet, whatever is comfortable. Bring your hands behind your back, open, interlacing your fingers behind you. Sweep the arms all the way up, press into a cactus. Yes, let's keep it going. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, open. One more. Inhale, sweep. Open, and then twist to the right, back and forth. Anytime hero becomes too much for you, you can always come up from it here, or you can switch to another position, yeah? Okay, it's your class. Stay over to one side, either side you're at, doesn't matter. Open up to a T, take the back hand, bring it to the front. Now we're gonna add a little cat-cow. Bring your hand to the front, collapse tuck, open release. Good, collapse tuck, open release. You got one more. Other side, put this hand to the back, collapse, tuck here, and then open, release. There we go, back and forth. Good, one more. Good, bring your hands to a T. We're gonna work rotator cuff. So you're gonna go ahead, serve the plates, and then push it down. So open and push. Another cat-cow, I'm gonna show you from the side. Open, release, tuck. Open, release, tuck. Yes, yes, keep going. Two more, 1 and 2. Hands come to a 90 degrees. Go ahead and tuck from here. Tuck, release. Yeah, it's like jazz hands. I feel like it's very 80s style. Last one, hold it tucked. Good, sweep the arms up, inhale. Prayer hands, heart center, right ear, right shoulder. Left ear, left shoulder. Round all the way around. And then release the other way. Thank you for joining me for this full body yoga here at Misty Mountain Tree Farm. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, God bless you. Subscribe, like, comment, all of the things. God bless you always. Thanks for being here. Mwah! Have the best day.